By synchronizing the birth of their young and by staying together, the females ensure a better chance of survival for the piglets. The common langurs have also given birth, and for their youngsters, the monsoon is a season for play and fun. The baby langurs play, secure in the knowledge that their mothers will be keeping a sharp lookout for danger. The jungle is alive with predators. A chital stag fights for his life. His adversaries, a pair of wild dogs. Although much smaller than their quarry, the dogs are hungry and determined. The harried stag has been badly wounded and is rapidly losing strength. There will be nothing quick or clean about this kill. For the chital, death will come from shock and loss of blood. Once he goes down, it's as good as over. The dog's killing methods may appear gory and cruel, but with their small size and short canines, they lack the strength or the means to make a quick, clean kill. They hunt in the only way they can, and like all the jungle's predators, they kill only when they need to eat. The dogs eat as fast as they can. This is leopard and tiger country, and they are themselves vulnerable to attack. By October, the monsoon has ended, giving way to a new season. It is the season of the annual Gaur rut. Every herd has 2 or 3 bulls in attendance, each vying for a chance with the cows. Weighing up to a ton each, the bulls can inflict deadly injuries on one another, but usually they avoid physical combat, substituting it with a ritualized display of their profiles. The higher the profile, the more dominant the bull. At dawn and at dusk, their rutting calls float through the forest. Although mating itself is rarely witnessed, the results of last year's matings can be seen among the herds. The calves born during the monsoon after a 9-month gestation. Nagarhole has one of the highest densities of large mammals of any forest in Asia. One of the reasons for this abundance is the presence within the park of open swampy grasslands known as hadlus. The lush supply of grass they support throughout the year helps maintain large populations of herbivores. But an even more important reason for Nagarhole's success is the extraordinary degree of protection the Forest Department has given it during the last 25 years. In poorly protected forests, big ivory-carrying bulls like this one are usually the first victims of poachers. The combination of preservation of habitat and strict protection from poaching has resulted in a superabundance of deer, particularly chital and sambar. With plenty of prey available, the number of predators within the park is very high. Wild dogs were once bounty hunted to near extinction because they were considered cruel and bloodthirsty. No longer persecuted, several large packs now roam in safety within Nagaholli's boundaries, keeping the deer population in check. In fact, thanks to both the abundance and variety of prey species, Nagaholli is one of the few forest areas in Asia where three major predators coexist at high densities: the wild dog, the secretive and elusive leopard, and the most majestic of them all, the tiger. Studying the tigers of Nagaholli has been a commitment bordering on obsession for Dr. Ulas Karant, a research ecologist with the Wildlife Conservation Society of New York. For over a decade, his pioneering work, in collaboration with the Karnataka Forest Department, has included radio tracking of the elusive cats. This fire watchtower, rising above the canopy, is his favorite listening post. Somewhere in the forest below is a tigress he has been following for 6 years. A radio collar around her neck transmits signals that pinpoint her location. He has named this tigress Sundari, beautiful lady. Ulas Karant's obsession with tigers has a scientific reason. The tiger sits at the apex of the food chain in Nagaholli. By a simple equation, a healthy tiger population indicates a healthy forest. Focusing on the tiger is an effective way of monitoring the health of the entire ecosystem. Thanks to her radio collar, Sundari can be tracked and studied. The other tigers in the park are near invisible. Studying them requires painstaking investigation. Examining tiger kills helps in answering some important questions. How much food do tigers need? How often do they have to kill? What kind of prey do they prefer?
The wear on the teeth gives a good idea of the age of the animal. This is an adult animal, not very young, it's not in prime condition.
An adult tiger needs to kill about 50 large animals a year. Gaur, sambar, and wild pig are favorite prey. Dr. Karant's studies in Nagaholli have revealed that a tiger will even bring down a massive bull gaur 5 times its own weight.
This tigress has dragged the kill in, feed here, started to feed at the rump and eaten about 70, 80 kilograms of meat. Maybe 1 or 2 animals. Almost half the animal is eaten. And usually with a kill like this, they'll stay for 2-3 days. The tiger may still come back for the kill tonight.
With the tiger poised on the knife edge of extinction, perhaps the most important question that confronts biologists like Ulas Karant is numbers. Just how many tigers are left in the wild? Most wild tiger estimates are based on unreliable census methods like counting tiger footprints. But how else can one estimate the population of an animal that is almost as elusive as a ghost? Fortunately, there is a way. The tigers may be near invisible, but the signs they leave behind are not. The soft man-made roads in the forest are favorite tiger highways at night, a habit that is very handy for the biologist. For several years now, Dr. Karant has been using an important sampling technique known as camera trapping to help him estimate tiger numbers. He sets up dozens of automatic cameras on favorite tiger trails in the forest, placing a pair on either side of a path with an infrared beam cutting across. When a large animal walks through, it takes its own picture. The work of setting up the cameras is tedious, but the results are fascinating. Every tiger has a stripe pattern that is as unique as fingerprints. By photographing a tiger from both sides, it is possible to unmistakably identify it as a particular individual. Intensive work with the cameras has revealed that Nagaholi has one of the highest densities of tigers of any park in the world. Of course, the cameras don't only capture tigers, but a whole variety of other nocturnal wanderers. It is February. The brain fever bird's incessant calling proclaims the arrival of summer. While some trees will begin to shed their leaves now, others, like the flame of the forest, choose this season to put forth their spectacular blossoms. At this very hot and dry time of the year, the nectar within the flowers provides a feast for the birds. The birds, miners and blossom-headed parakeets, get much-needed nourishment from the flowers. The tree gets pollinated. By March, the forest is really drying out, but there is still food up in the trees.